Hey everybody, this is Michelle, Pet Portrait Fun, and today we're going to be painting Pumpkin, the rescue pup. Just want to show you what we finished last time was this little kitty cat. And Caroline, you have a kitty cat, so maybe we could do kitty cat next time.
Okay.
So they have their drawing traced out here, and let me put you guys forward. Okay. Where are you guys? See, maybe there he is. Hey. Okay. So what I did was just take your wet paper towel and squeeze a few drops of water into each of your colors so that they're wet and ready to go. And what I use is I just wet your paintbrush in the water and kind of use your palette. This is going to be where you mix your paint. So when I started with Pumpkin, I did her. She's kind of like an orange reddish dog, so you want to like mix a little bit of orange, a little bit of brown, a lot of water. Remember, water is your white. The lighter you want to make something, you just keep adding a little bit more water to it. Even though there's white in the palette, I don't use the white. So you're just gonna mix that in, and a little bit of yellow too.
So, yep. So take your brush, put it in here. Here's the orange. Put some orange in there. Put some
Yeah.
A little brown in there.
Yeah. And just mix it in that. You kind of make a puddle of water of colors, and you just kind of fill that in. And if it's the wrong color, you guys, if it doesn't look right, just take your wet paper towel and just kind of dab it. That's kind of like your eraser. Just a little wet paper towel. That'll be your best friend in watercolor. So, hey Rob. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure everybody can see. So first is always doing the underlayer of the dog. So I'm just gonna take that same light color orange and just fill up all of Pumpkin's outline. I'm gonna leave her eyes blank. You want to make sure you cannot leave. You go back into those in a minute. The eyes and the nose, we can go back in. But so you just gotta fill everything in.
Oh, there's that cat.
No.
I think she's yellow. Well, then put a little more brown in there.
Yeah. You just keep mixing the colors. You have like a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange. Mix them in there. So this is all kind of a light color, light underlaying.
Okay.
And like I said, with watercolor, you want to kind of just build up the colors from light to dark. So this is all that light tan color of Pumpkin. I kind of went over her collar. It's okay. You can kind of just. This is a light layer. It's okay. So just fill all that section in. I just left her nose and her eyes blank, and you're just gonna fill all that in. Just remember to keep dipping your brush into the watercolor, and like if you went off a little bit, that's like I did right there. A little dab of the paper towel, dab it dry, clean that off. So, oh look who's out! I got my birdie. She's gonna be my co-host today. So I forgot to put her in her cage. She is going to be our co-host. She's adjusting the light fixture right now. Hi, Birdie. She's Chica Birdie is liking. Hey, Pamela. My Birdie is adjusting my light fixture for me. She likes sitting up there because it's warm. The light bulb. She sits on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So she must have gained a few pounds over the COVID-14 they're calling it. Instead of that's a new one. Well, for Chica Birdie for cocktail, maybe it's like the COVID ounce, and maybe she gained an ounce or two. I don't know. No, she's keeping all of our me and my two roommates. She's being the office manager because everybody's working from home here, and she's loving it. It's funny. She's like, this is great.
So if people want to join, do I send them the Zoom or Facebook Live?
Well, if they want to join in with the Zoom, they could do that, or you can just click on Facebook Live and watch us through Facebook Live. It's whatever.
I sent them the link. They're trying to figure out how to get on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
Send it to them again. Try to have them click in, and I should see them pop in. That same link that you guys logged in with.
All right.
So I'm just finishing a pumpkin's buttocks.
Booty.
Little booty. See, it's pretty light. I just added more light watercolor and see, now if that happens, don't worry about it. That's what your wet paper towel. See, I just dripped. I mean, you guys are doing yours on a flat surface is what I recommend. I'm doing it upright, just so you guys could see. No problems. Just clean that off. Happy little accident. I always say watercolor is the most forgiving of all the mediums. So I'm just kind of filling up. It's a pretty light tan. I'm mixing a little bit of the orange. This is a Crayola palette, so it's just very basic pigments. You can use whatever artist grade paints that you have, or simple ones that you can buy these at any stationery store. Or you can order the do-it-yourself kit like Caroline did, and I'll ship everything to you with your pet drawn for you. And you guys can join in and do a little Zoom party with me like we're doing now. Yeah. So that little drip, don't worry about that. With watercolor, you just let those little drips dry, and then you can go back and fix them. I let them kind of just sit there for a minute. So if anything starts dripping. So now what I'm gonna do is I want to go into the cement over here. I kind of want to make it like a bit of a blue. If you noticed in my instructions, I made it more of a blue.
Yeah.
Mix a little bit of navy. Hey, Sinead. A little bit of black and a ton of water. Oh, I have a special guest star coming over here. I think she wants to jump in the water. Oh, here she comes. Come on, come on. You want to get on TV? There she is. I don't know if you can see her. There's my oh, never mind. Oh, there she is. She's looks like King Kong. There's Birdie. She wanted to say hi to everybody. I forgot to lock you in. Get in there. Get up there. Get up. Come over there. Anyway, sorry. Little interruption. So I'm going to mix for the cement sidewalk. I'm mixing a bit of the navy and a little bit of the black with a lot of water. And
navy, black, and water.
Yeah. And if it looks too blue, just add a little bit more black. And then what you're going to do is kind of stain the paper by, you kind of just take a little bit more water. I'll go up underneath, go up to the edges, drag that brush. I'm almost kind of I'm mopping the color around with water.
Okay. Here, I'll help the cat.
How's your kitty cat?
Murray's still alive.
Oh, that's great.
He's 18 this July.
Yeah. I have an interrupter. She might have to be put in our cage. You can't see her right now, but she wants to be a movie star. Oh, it's 7 o'clock in New York, and they're all cheering for the workers, for the healthcare workers.
Awesome.
They bang the pots and pans and everything.
Love that.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. People honk the horns and.
You're going on the grass. No, that's where. So see, look at hers. See, that's not the grass. This part is the cement, and the grass is over here. See underneath her belly.
Can you hear it? I'm gonna open it. Oh, sorry. Get out of here. Open the window for you. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
And the cops they toot their horns, and everybody's honking the horns. It's quiet all day, and then they cheer at 7 o'clock and bang pots.
I heard the ship left port or was going to leave port.
Yeah, they left. It was actually good news.
Right.
I actually had some really, really great news. One of my friends who had it, which we thought she was, we thought she might not make it. I talked to her today on the phone. It was so great to hear her voice. I couldn't believe it.
Is that who you were
Yeah.
posting about?
And it was like, whew, they say God is good. I'm like, whew.
How long was she in the hospital?
She had her whole, she was on the ventilator and her lungs collapsed. And, yeah, it wasn't looking good. And, it was going to be a very sad thing. And to hear her talk to me on the phone today, I feel like it was a miracle. It really was. So it's nice to hear this cheering. I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was amazing. I was like,
I think the hardest part is you can't go visit.
yeah, I know. And I was like, I said, this wasn't her time. And she said she fought really hard. And she said there was a few times where she said, I thought that this was it. That God was taking me. And, and she, I said, not today. What was that in Game of Thrones?
Oh, yeah.
Not today. Not today. Yeah. I was like, whew. And she was a strong lady, man. I was so proud of her. I was like, wow, I talked to her today.
How old is she? She's a little bit...
She's the same age as my mom, but like a young 77,
Right.
She's like always physically active and just like, was hanging out with her the day before St. Patrick's Day. It was crazy. It was like, everything was like cool. And then...
Does she know where she contracted it? Or
yes, from one of the people she was walking the dogs for.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah. But, whew, she made it, man. I mean, she has to go through rehab now. Anyway, so I'm back to doggy painting.
Yeah, doggy painting. Who's helping you?
My sister. Apparently she forgot that we're doing this thing. So, so anyway. So here, I'm back to the blue. How are you guys doing with the... I'm just filling up all this background.
Yeah, we're
with that, like, that grayish... Maddie, how is your background? Is it kind of...
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cool.
It's like a lighter... Oh, yours is more gray.
So I'm going to mix in a little bit of... I'm going to go into the grass, doing the underlayer of the grass. Just kind of like that lime.
Ooh, I like it though, Kat. It's pretty. But it's too dark. So if it's too
dark, just take your wet paper towel. What part? The background is too dark?
Mm-hmm.
Take your wet paper towel and just really lightly dab it. And that'll lighten it up perfectly.
Ooh, look at that.
Did it work?
Yep.
Yes.
Yay. So I'm going into the green now. I'm just doing all... So notice I'm just doing all the light, like, undertones. I'm filling up the sections of...
Mm-hmm.
So here. See, there's green across the, here on mine. I'm just going to fill it up there. See, if you want to kind of drag out the paint, just make a bigger puddle of color. Yeah, and just kind of drag it in. Oh, is that Pumpkin talking?
There's Pumpkin.
She has to have her cameo. Most of the dogs in these Zooms, they want to say a little piece. They say, if I'm being painted here, I need to get my 2 cents in there.
She was barking at some people walking by.
Oh, yes. You have to watch those people. I'm sure they were not wearing their masks or something like that.
No, they weren't.
I walk a little dog, and she's a Yorkie, and she barks at everything. And I always tell everybody, oh, she's just making sure everybody's socially distancing.
Yeah, get out of the
She's
way.
a little enforcer. She's enforcing, you know. She's excited. She's like, yes, it's working. My barking is making everybody walk away from me. So cute.
Funny how that works.
She's like reinforced. She's like, this is great. So I'm just filling up this whole section with just like a light green.
You're way ahead. Still doing my cement.
She's doing her cement.
You did it? Oh, okay.
If you want to drag out color, just keep adding your water to your brush and keep making your pool bigger. So see, it's pretty light, like the green I'm doing. I'm just keep adding more water to it. See that happen? I just like touched the cement. It's all right.
Okay.
If you have any pools like that, you just kind of take your dry off your brush a little bit, and like use your brush like a Swiffer, like a little mop, and suck it up. Suck up all the like the pools. There we go. Right, I'm going to go back into Pumpkin, into her shadows, because she's kind of dry now. And this is where, you can trace the lines that you did before, that you traced over, with a little bit of a darker orange, orangish tan. Remember, just a little bit of brown, a little bit of orange. Okay. Hey, Mona. Okay, so. So I'm just going to kind of following over these sections that I drew. So this one you'll do, like you just kind of go over those spots that you guys drew before where the shadows are. I'm just going in. And that'll give you kind of indication where to put your second layer of tan. And you'll build up on top of it. Let that dry, and then you go back on top of it again. So it's like, I always do it like in threes. It's like really light, medium, orange, or tannish, then the dark, like the dark shadows and stuff like that.
Yeah, so where she's darker, Katarina, that's really darken it up. Like, so that creates shadows that she has on her...
I'm just mixing more brown into my tan. I'm going to go over to that back leg.
Use your smaller brush. Like dip. Just use, no, drag it around.
And I'm just kind of filling in, just kind of tracing around it, the shadows here. Same thing on her neck. Like if any of these things pool up, just like take your brush like a Swiffer mop. And just suck them up.
Alright, so take this brush. Get me fresh water.
And when you want to have more control over your color, just take a little bit more water off your brush and just make it a little bit more gooier. Like that's why I say it's just kind of, so it's not so drippy. So the end of her ear is pretty dark, so I'm just kind of adding a little bit more darkness. Just kind of pulling up those. If you go outside the lines, it's fine. We'll go back in and we'll just kind of tweak those later and like kind of sharpen them up with shadows when it dries off. But yeah, it's under the belly. So follow all those marks that you did. Almost the same thing with your brush, and do it with your the same thing that you did with your pencil when you were tracing it, and just do it with your brush.
Really done. Now you're making her look like skinless.
How's it going, girls? I'm gonna go into Pumpkin's nose. Okay. I'm mixing up the same, like that tan. I just put a little bit, tiny bit of red in there because she's got a little bit of a pink nose. I'm gonna let it like sit there for a second. Let that dry. And then I'm gonna call it gooping up, like when the brown and stuff. It's like it's kind of thick and gooey, you know. So it's almost like thick paint, not so watery. And I just go in and finish those eyes. You guys having fun? Maddie, you're laughing. What's going on?
Can't read this. Hold on. What's wrong? Wait, so this is the beauty. So, Michelle, if you make a mistake, it's easy to fix, right?
Yeah, because if it makes a mistake, all you have to do is take your wet paper towel, dip it in a little bit of water, and just dab it. And it'll remove the color, and then you can start again. It just goes back to where you were before. So that's why watercolor is very forgiving, Kat.
Better, right?
And if it doesn't look like the way you wanted it to look, you just take your wet paper towel and dab it and start over again. And it's so, for instance, like let's say, see how this is all drippy here? I don't like that, right? So I could take, Kat, if you just see, I take my wet paper towel, I squeeze it off a little bit, and I just gonna dab it in here. And I kind of erase this whole area. If that's not what I wanted, and I go right back to white. See how that just went back to white? Just like that. So I'm going to go continue on doing the little shadows in there. And her little mouth. Pumpkin's got this little cute mouth. Thanks, Mona.
Little.
I'm going to do this a little bit. Just fill up her little mouth. And just continue on into her little ears.
I like the cheat sheet.
Yeah, I do the little cheat sheets it gives you when I'm doing the step-by-step. So you can kind of like know which colors to mix.
I don't think she's gotten to. Did she get to the nose yet?
Which part are you at?
She wants to do the nose. Are you at the nose yet?
Yeah, I finished the nose. Well, I didn't finish it. I started. I just mixed a little bit of the brown, and I just kind of did like a darker tan. Same thing with the eyes. I'm just gonna fill in this light, like orangey red for Pumpkin's big heart. You guys like the heart? I added the heart in for Pumpkin. So I thought it looks good. So I'm going to go, and that's a good color, that same red that I use in the heart. You can just go in and do the collar.
You want to do? Oh, no. That's cute. Well, now what you're going to do is you'll make it a little bit darker outline where her lines are.
How do you do the nose?
Oh,
No nose.
you add shadow.
Oh.
What are you doing?
You guys having fun?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, having fun.
He wants to fix the nose. So,
Oh, yeah?
because you got to define the lines, you probably use a little more black for that. To define.
The nose done.
Can I see it? Can you lift it up so I can see it? Okay, that looks good, yeah. And just take that same and drag it down her whole, the same color that you put on her nose, drag it down her whole lip. And then we're going to go back on top of it and do a darker layer and do the nostrils. But this whole section is pretty, like, dark. Yeah, all the way from her nose down to her chin.
So you want to do, like, all the way down to here.
Can you see it?
Yeah, let me look at this. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. See, Kat? On this one? Oh, she went all the way down here, and then we'll go back and do the black later. So you guys just got to drag this down over into her lip. Is that drag the brown into her lip, into her mouth right here.
You do it.
Okay. So where's your brown over here?
I'm going to go back into the grass a little bit because I want to make a few of those shadows.
Like that one? Yes, like that. Down to, there we go. See? There we go.
Color.
We'll do that after. So that part, we gotta do in that original color. Oh, the orange and the brown. That color. A little bit lighter.
That's fun.
It's the lip part.
Oh, I see somebody who's coming. Jason's here.
Yay, Jason!
Can you come pick pumpkin up?
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
Jason? Oh, hi, Jason. He's trying. It looks like I see his name. I don't see him.
He probably has to put his speaker on.
Oh, okay.
The new world of Zoom land.
Yeah. Oh, Maddie, I'm trying to do this painting.
Hmm?
So let this dry, Cat, okay? And then we'll go back in and fix it.
You make the grass darker? Because you're making the grass darker.
Yep, you can.
I did a little bit of shadowing in the grass over here.
And she did she did the eyes too in that brown. Right? So
Messed it up.
don't mess it. I don't think it's
Because then you're going to make
brown and
her
black with the eye.
alien eyes. Let me try alien eyes.
What?
Thank you, everybody, for attending out there in Facebook land.
I see Jason, but I don't see Jason. See his name.
He has his camera off and his microphone off, so I
Right.
don't know if
Shocking us. Got it. Okay. So Cat here, don't do it on the white part.
I'm going to make them skin. But
Oh, I keep doing that too. Okay, in the water. All right.
So I'm just going back into the shadows underneath. And
Oh, I'm trying to do my painting. Stop it.
you guys having fun? Kat, let me see your painting.
I think that looks good.
you know what I did?
Remember brown?
Maddie, let me see yours. That looks good. You're getting there, so let it dry a little bit. Okay, cool. So now I did the heart, if you want to do that. I'm just going into the shadows underneath pumpkin right now.
You have to make it more brown.
Yeah, the nose should be darker.
It's not even like a blue right now. Ew, I'm running to a lip.
My friend Julia said, "Are you pastel?" Oh yeah, Julia, they know one.
You know,
Here,
I have
Julia.
I have one fan in Facebook land.
Says won't let me in. That's okay. Have fun. I go. It shows that you're in the Zoom.
Yeah, he just has to take his audio and his camera. He has to click them on because he's here. He has his camera on locked.
He's like, let me check it again. Sent it to my friend Julia too, but now I am. He said, okay, turn video on.
I'm just more red than brown.
That's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, like you could just keep mixing the colors and you could build them up because Pumpkin's got a lot of shadows in here. I'm gonna go into the right under her chin's pretty dark. Right up, see up in here. I'm gonna go and fill that right under her chin.
No, you're right. She's pretty dark.
Oh, God.
That's why you have the paper. Soak up your mess.
Yeah, it's very forgiving. Watercolor is very forgiving. And I gotta go in. I'm gonna go into the pupils. Really go into do the little pumpkin's little eyeballs. See, now I got it's pretty gooey. So I have my paintbrush is kind of like a magic marker. So you just kind of like go in where you get the paint like very. It's not very wet. It's like I always say, it's a bit gooey. And just do a little rainbow, kind of like if you look at the little instructions.
There he is.
Hey, you made it.
Hello.
You're here. Welcome to the paint party.
Thanks.
So we're just painting pumpkins. Little face. I'm doing a little nostrils right now. And with the dog's nostrils, they're like two curls. So, Maddie, when you go to do the nostrils, remember to do a curl to the left and the right because they're not just like two dots like a pig's nose. They're curls.
Yeah.
And I do a line down the middle, and it's almost like an anchor, and I kind of do it underneath. And if it comes out too dark, no worries. You just take a little bit of your brown, kind of like go in there, because it is pretty dark in that picture. You gotta leave a little bit of shadow. Welcome to the party, Jason.
Thank you.
He's at work.
Mm.
Maddie, stop it. Maddie's making a joke.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going over the top of like where those eyebrows are and everything that you guys drew in. Just kind of filling in the shadows. There you go. How's your quarantine going, Jason?
Oh, I haven't been.
You haven't been?
No, I have to work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your art essentials. They were cheering. I don't know if they do it in your area. They cheer at 7:00 for all the essential workers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
No, they don't do that here.
Yeah. We're all on top of each other in Manhattan, so we have to do something that makes us happy.
Totally.
So that's why painting your pet. Why not?
Exactly.
So just pulling up some of the drippy area that I did before. Yeah, there's a little pumpkin. Pumpkin was tuning in before. She wanted to be part of the paint her portrait party.
Oh, where is she?
She's barking before. She's barking at people that weren't wearing masks outside.
Yeah. How do you do the nose? You're trying to do it. There's other people like listening. Sorry.
I'm just going back up and making her so she doesn't look so angry. The little trick with the dog's eyes is like just go a little bit higher with the black over the pupil, make it roundier, because dog's eyes are like round like marbles. You know, they're not like almonds like humans. So, oh, Julia's here.
Julia!
She's joining.
Oh, cool. Yay, Julia.
Okay, she has to do take the Okay, so she could hear us, and now she has to put her video on. Hey, how are you?
Oh, how are you guys?
Good.
We can hear you. We can't see you.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm new to this, you know.
It's a whole new world, Julia.
No shit, I know. How come you can't see me? What the hell? My other sister saw me last time.
Yeah, you just have to make sure click over to your the camera. There's a thing you can look at the bottom like to share your camera, like the video. So right now you have your video blocked.
There I am.
There you are. All right.
Woo!
Hey.
Oh, hey, I see Jason too. Hi, Jason.
There you go. We're painting pumpkin.
We're painting pumpkin.
Yeah.
Hey, hold to my picture. Hey, Everett.
That looks great. So with the drip, I noticed right there, the cat has the little drip. Is that cat's painting? Yeah, just take your little wet paper towel, just dab it under pumpkin so she doesn't have a boob, hanging down.
Okay.
And I wanted to show you something. Come here.
And then
Okay, so
when
this
that
is-
dries, you can just go back in and
Oh
go.
God, my son's coming. So
Okay.
this is a Zoom meeting. There's Caroline. Caroline, get in the picture for a second. I'm gonna show. There's Everett.
Yeah. Painting pumpkin.
Yeah, he walked away. He's a teenager.
So Caroline, see how I did that cat? See, like after you clean off that part that dripped, you let it dry, and you just go back over with some blue and just cover up that section.
Okay. Move that to the blue and do that again. I have to do the nostrils. Let's wait till it dries a little more.
Yeah, just like go into the grass when you're letting pumpkin dry. Go in and play with the shadows and stuff. And back in the backgrounds here, you can do a little bit. Just I mixed a little bit of darker greens.
Oh, she's running away from me. This is mine, Julia.
Oh,
A little behind.
very nice.
That's why you had a head start.
Yeah. Kiddo. All right, so what did you do? Put some darker green.
So that is pumpkin to the left.
Yep. So
This
we're
is
all doing
pumpkin.
pumpkin.
She sent me the picture of pumpkin, the photograph, through email, and I drew a drawing for them to trace, and they traced it out, and I sent all the equipment, the art supplies for them with the step-by-step instructions on how to paint their own pet. So this is what I do, and then I join you through Zoom, and you can have fun doing it together. Yeah, so it's really fun. So, and we do cats as well. I'm going to show you, just so in case you missed. This was last week's. We did kitty cat with the flowers. So somebody sent me
very
that.
cool.
Yeah, so, it's not always just dogs. It's paint your pet. It could be any pet. And my little birdie, she took she wanted to be featured by just doing a drive-by walking through. So, but yeah. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining me. And this was Pet Portrait Fun. If you want to order your do-it-yourself kit, just go to Pet Portrait Fun, and we can join you through Zoom. Thanks again for watching. Bye. So that's I'm trying to videotape what we're doing but I'm here for you guys. You don't have to speed it up.
I am starting my Facebook Live.
Okay.
And
Let's
I
just
am
see.
also trying to do